Hey, I want to read something to you real quick and then just make some commentary. So this comes from the book Jesus Among Other Gods by Ravi Zacharias. Kind of a deep thinking book, bounces all over the place, but he's really, really a solid, deep thinker when it comes to Christendom and Christ following type thinking. So anyway, here's something that he writes. And it's actually a story from someone else, which is kind of cool. Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel relates in one of his essays an experience he had when he was a prisoner in Auschwitz, Nazi Germany, right? A Jewish prisoner was being executed while the rest of the camp were forced to watch. As the prisoner hung on the gallows, kicking and struggling in the throes of death, refusing to die, an onlooker was heard to mutter under his breath with increasing desperation, "Where is God? Where is he?" From out of nowhere, Wiesel says, a voice within him spoke to his own heart, saying, "Right there on the gallows, where else?" See, Christianity is the only faith on the planet. Sorry, I almost dropped the phone. Christianity is the only faith on the planet where the very God who created us and gave us freedom to screw things up also saves us. He sacrificed to save us, right? So everything that we've ever done deserves to be, we call it death, but to be kicked out of the presence of God, to be separated from the truly perfect and holy presence of God. He has the right to give us the freedom to choose right and wrong. And when we choose wrong, he has the right to send us away. But he chose not to. He chose to sacrifice himself on a cross in the body of Jesus to pay the price for all humanity, right? So that's, if we deserve death, if we deserve separation, and the only way to cover that is to pay the price, if you will, then what happens, right? You take a perfect person with the Spirit of God in them, they live a perfect life, even though they're perfectly and totally human, grew in stature, grew in knowledge, was troubled by things and tested as we are, and then you kill that person, it pays the price. So he chose to go through that. He became man, he died, rises from the dead. So just as that guy is suffering and dying on the gallows, God chose to do that for you and for me. And yet we sit here and we wonder at times, how can all of this bad stuff in the world, how can evil happening to good people, children being hurt, all of that, corruption within the church, stupidity, just abuse, all that, how can all of that reconcile with the existence of God? Well, we're still choosing to do wrong. We're human, and guess what? God is still choosing to choose us, to sacrifice for us, and to draw us back to him. What are you choosing today? God bless.